Welcome back, everyone. So there's been a weird leak, weird rumor that just came out about the next version of Windows. Now, I understand Windows and Microsoft has said that Windows 10 is probably going to be their last version of Windows. It's just forever going to be just known as Windows 10. Obviously, it's going to get updates and stuff, but it makes you think. I mean, we've had Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10. There has to be some time where, Microsoft may just release something called Windows 11. And what's very interesting about this is that the other day, I'm reading this from The Verge, but there's been a ton of people who reported this, basically saying that Microsoft pushed out this little job listing they had recently. And what they basically said was, this was pretty much the job title thing, is that on this team, you'll work with our key platform, Surface, and OEM partners to orchestrate and deliver a sweeping visual rejuvenation. I don't know why the heck they said that. Was the strangest way of saying it, but it's good. Of Windows experiences to signal to our customers that Windows is back and ensure that Windows is considered the best user OS experience for customers. Now, when I read that, I was like, very interesting. That probably could just mean that, they want to, just to update their UI or whatever. But that in and of itself was the biggest thing. They're wanting to update their UI. They want to make a new UI change. And when you look at the past changes with Windows, going from like Windows XP to Windows Vista, Windows 95 to Windows XP, Windows Vista to Windows 7, and 7 to 8, and 8 to 10, I mean, most of the time there were a ton of different changes. And that is a huge thing you guys have to keep in mind. I mean, that in and of itself is a huge thing as to why this next version of Windows could come sooner than later. The fact that they're already getting teams out and getting these people to, come together and hiring people, this makes you think that potentially this Windows 10 update could come sooner than later. And this article also corroborates that, or whatever that word is, basically saying that potentially, this new change could happen later this year, which is going to be insane. But then it made me think, like, what could Microsoft possibly do to make Windows better than what it is? I mean, I could thought of a couple of things, but luckily this article already gives me things to talk about. It says Microsoft is planning to technically overhaul the Start menu, File Explorer, and I guess the built-in apps within Windows 10. And they basically want to make these apps and make the UI more modern. Now, when I open up Windows 10, it's not that it looks ugly, but it just reminds me so much of Windows Mobile. And whenever I think of Windows Mobile, I think of a super old operating system. Windows 10, for some reason, doesn't, inherently make me think it's old. It's just always what it's been. But I even look at like Mac OS, like that's been pretty consistent up until Big Sur. Recently, they made a huge visual change, which I think is awesome. And I think Windows has to follow suit. And they basically say they are the best OS, but in order to be the best, you have to actually be the best and be the best looking and all those things. And Windows 10 is super functional. I love Windows a lot. I use it all the time. But I will tell you, Mac OS seems much smoother. I like the features built in, but I use both on an everyday basis. So technically what we could be seeing is a more modern version of Windows. It's going to look much better. I feel like it's going to take a lot of cues from Android and, on the iOS side, and even, Mac OS, obviously. It's going to make things look much more, I think, maybe more like mobile in a way, but I think it's going to look beautiful. And that seems to be the best and the most important thing that they're going to be doing, is pretty much making a bunch of UI changes. So that's pretty much what we could potentially see. If you guys have any questions, or if you think you know what Microsoft is doing, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that means so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. So it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.